Over a number of years from the time he was drafted to the time we found out he finally made the NHL with Colorado, a lot of Boston Bruins said, whatever happened to that Peter Sturgeon guy? Well, that's a good question because this guy was a highly anticipated and ranked player. He was drafted 36 overall by the Bruins in the second round in a 1974 draft. Big drink of water, 6'2", 198. His draft year, he put up 87 points for Kitchener in 70 games, but it never worked out. Now, Peter Sturgeon, born in Brampton, from Brampton, Ontario, but born in Whitehorse, Yukon, of all places. One of the few NHL players to come from Whitehorse, was ranked by the Hockey News Draft Preview as the 49th overall prospect in a 1974 NHL entry draft. Now, post-draft, he played with Rochester and Baltimore of the AHL, Binghamton of the NAHL, Columbus of the IHL, the Dayton Grand Rapids Squads of the IHL, Phoenix of the PHL, Fort Worth of the CHL, and Georgetown of the Great OHA Senior League. Now, he was also drafted 41st overall in round 3 of the 74 draft. Now, he eventually turned to coaching as head coach of Mississauga in April 98 prior to the team's inaugural 99 season and remained in the position until December 98. He was eventually made GM in Mississauga in April 98 prior to the season and again was let go from that position in December 98. Now, what happened with him is very simple. He had missed most of the 75 season with torn ligaments in the right knee. He also missed most of the 80 season with a knee injury that required surgery. Now, his stats weren't too bad in the minors, but he was just floating around, but the injuries really got to him. 1975, he only played 32 games with Rochester. 76, he split time between Rochester, Baltimore, and the Broom Dusters. Then with the Columbus Owls in 77. And he played with Rochester and Grand Rapids again in 78, and the Phoenix Roadrunners of the PHL. 79, back to Grand Rapids for that season, eventually made the NHL with Colorado in 1980, and while with also their Fort Wayne affiliate. 81, he played 4 games with Colorado, 1 assist, but played a majority of the year with the Fort Worth Texans of the CHL, then wrapped up his minor pro career with a great total with the Georgetown Raiders in 82 with 91 points in 34 games. So it's like I said, it's pretty well a head scratcher. Now, he was in the Boston system up until 1978 when he was not offered a contract. He became an unrestricted free agent that year and signed with Colorado on July 10, 79. So he went from being in the Boston system in 79, Colorado gave him a chance. Now, he's also given back to hockey in different ways. He founded and served as director of the Pro-Bound Sports Professionals after retirement. The company tutors young hockey players to help prepare them for their major junior college and pro careers. So again, if you look, by my memory, there was hockey cards made of him. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there was a promo card with OPG, I think 74, 75. That was printed off. I could be wrong here. If a listener of the channel can back me up on this, there was at least one because he had a very beautiful haircut, as you can tell. Very handsome young man, the nice eyebrows, the nice wavy hair, sort of like Leif Garrett meets one of the Cassidy brothers. But you never know sometimes. Like I said, he played for some interesting teams, like the Chatham Junior B program he was part of. He went from Junior B all the way to Kitchener in one season. And, he scored goals every place he went, but didn't really work out. So this is the many lives of Peter Sturgeon. If you like what we're doing here, give us a like, comment, or subscribe. In this podcast system, we also take requests. So if you know of any player we should feature, especially those of the WHA and NHL years of the 1970s, that's our priority here because we're celebrating people like me that are 50 and over, and some days they feel 35, and some days they feel 95. Have a good day. Bye.